Uh. Alright, this is an early workout.
Finally back at the gym for B.
Yeah, what time is it?
It's 10. It's 11. He said we were gonna go at 10. But he fell asleep.
Yeah, guys, so I fell asleep because I woke up at 5:30 this morning. I'm officially done with work. I'm officially on summer break, but I'm still waking up early because the biological body, the biological clock is still the same. It's beautiful out today, as you can see. I'm getting fluffy. I have been non-stop eating, but training's gonna be good today. We have delts and shoulders, so I'm pretty excited about that. So let me show you guys. Today's gonna be more of a commentary type training, so we'll just let you see what it's like, how I'm currently looking, and just to see how the body reacts to all the extra food. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun day, right, baby?
Yep.
Because today's a full day of hanging out with Maggie, because the last 2 Saturdays has been the Hercules and the NJ Pro Show, and she's been super supportive. Even last night, my baby wanted a sandwich at 11 o'clock. Guess who delivered? Me. She mentioned wings. Guess who delivered? Me. Right, baby?
Yeah, you were being supportive.
Yeah. No, but to be honest, the goal was to keep the shreds, but I'm gonna talk more about it. But I think to me, what's more valuable to me is being spontaneous and being able to go back to roots, where Maggie and I can just eat whatever we crave for. I know other people say, yeah, but you work so hard for shreds. But I'm gonna definitely talk more into that in the other videos. It's coming out. It's gonna be my post-show video, post-season, and I'm gonna talk a lot about my psychological state, physical state, and future goals moving forward. But right now, I think it's important to spend time with my wife. And today we have a lot of things to do, right? We're gonna make some food. We're gonna go out and do some shopping for our trip. We're gonna look at some stuff, and we're gonna work out.
Hopefully get the tan.
And get the tan. I'm looking pasty. Try to get a base color. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Just feels great. See you guys at the gym.
See you.
Alright guys, so welcome to this back and delt workout. So we first start off with wide grip lat pull downs. And before we start anything, I always tend to warm up a little bit. Just something lighter. Get the lats really fired up, and just making sure I have my muscle connection just to get warmed up, so I can feel more of the connection later on as the reps go on. And here you're gonna see Maggie doing the same. As you can see, she definitely looks leaner. For her lifestyle cut, she hasn't been tracking 100%. However, definitely see changes in her body, even though she doesn't see it herself, which happens quite often with people that's dieting. Alright, so here's the first set of my working set, and so I'm actually using a new workout program. So since I'm done with contest prep and I'm eating more food now, I'm trying to transition of rebuilding back my strength. So I'm currently working on a very high volume training split. So it's very similar to my old split, but just more sets, higher volume, and I really focus on squeezing the muscle. So that means that certain movements, which is pretty much majority of all the movements, I'm pretty much tapering down the weight and focusing more on volume and hitting the volume instead. And this is Maggie's first set as well. As you can see, when we do the lat pull downs, we are really we're driving down with our elbows, not with our hands. And usually a lot of people, what happen is they stack the weight with the lat pull downs, and they focus on pulling with their forearms and biceps. This way they're not feeling all the contraction within the lats. So when you really drive your elbows down and just really squeeze the lats, you tend to have a better stretch and a better contraction. So definitely try this out. Just really, when you go up, try to take your time going up as well, and just feel the stretch, but you don't want to lose the connection and tightness on your weight on the eccentric and concentric. So as you can see, I'm definitely not as lean as I was the previous week for my show. That's because I've been binge eating and just really rebounded pretty not bad, but it set me back quite a few months. But mentally and physically, I feel a lot better. Definitely feel much fuller, much happier, much more alive. It's funny because now when I look at Maggie, she looks so lean compared to me, and which makes things okay, I guess. Because at the end of the day, when you focus too much on being shredded, that really sets you back on your viewpoint of the future long-term goals, what I'm trying to achieve, which is a better, much more denser and developed physique. So one thing is to make sure you guys have a positive outlook, and it makes things easier. So the next movement, we are doing supinated grip lat pull downs, aka reverse lat pull downs, and I'm just again trying to hit a different angle to bring out my lats more, so that when I hit that front relax pose or front lat spread, I can show more. So again, what I really learned to do, something that I learned from Christopher Barakat, is to really incorporate many different angles, different movements, and just to really focus on volume and form and technique to really help develop the body. That's one thing I've learned within the last 2 years. I used to really just think that only a few basic movements is enough to really help the body grow. And don't get me wrong, it really does. It does help the body grow. However, you want to maximize every angle and every aspect of body part. You don't want to just focus on those three main lifts. You want to try to overall switch things up from time to time and give them a little focus time. So what I'm going to try to do the next 4 to 5 years is really just practice hitting everything. Again, as you can see, I'm not going all the way up because I don't want to lose that stretch and that mind muscle connection on my lats. And again, for most of my movement currently are about 10 to 20 reps, 15 to 25 reps, about 3 to 4 sets. Some movements are 2, but I'm trying to really just hit it with volume and just as of now. Eventually, I will transition back into a periodization power block training. But for now, I'm going to stick to what I feel will benefit my body the most. Next movement, we're doing chest supported rows. And again, I'm doing a closer grip, a more narrow grip. Usually I do the wide grip, the supinated grip. But again, after talking about wanting to try something different, I'm going to be focusing on a narrow stance. And again, I think this was 5 sets of 10 to 15 reps, which was pretty brutal. So something that Maggie and I really want to do this off season is to really just add more volume. We're trying to build some quality muscles within the time frame that we have. So we want to really take advantage of everything. And one thing I noticed is that my back has always been a strong point, but after stepping on the pro stage and the Hercules, although it was good, I feel like it could have been better. So the next few years, I'm going to go nonstop, full force on full body improvements. Like, I'm not going to slow down anything. I just want to make sure my strong points remain being a strong point, right? So next movement we're going to be doing is T-bar rows. I have not done T-bar rows in like a long time. And as you can see at this gym, it's really old school. It's really dope because they actually jammed the bar into the wall to make space of like a real legit T-bar row setup. And certain gyms, it's harder to do because you have to put a weight, just make sure the weight stays. But again, I'm trying to feel and relearn the movement again, just to make sure I'm hitting quality reps. So for this, I did 2 plates and a quarter, just to hit. I think for this, I hit about 10 to 15 reps, 3 sets. And again, I'm trying to build that density, that thickness on my back. And the beautiful thing is I have 4 to 5 years to really build a bigger back. And I'm pretty excited because I've but I haven't been in a surplus in a long time. Because, before I started my prep back in 2015, training used to be amazing. Like where I used to train hard with my friends. And then afterwards we just go out and eat, have a good meal. So it's going to feel really nice to be able to do that again, just to really focus on training and making sure I'm feeding the body and making sure I'm really improving my sleep and recovery time, because that's one thing I noticed with this high volume training is that if I'm not feeding the body or resting enough, it's gonna kill me, or it's gonna hinder my growth, because sometimes I'm doing so much in the gym, and it's the factors and variables of doing things outside the gym that makes my body grow and improve. So for all you young guys out there, it's not about pounding and smashing your body all the time. It's also about being smarter with nutrition, with resting, and recovery rate. Um, that was pretty much the last movement back, and we start off our delt work with some dumbbell shoulder press. So again, I'm going to take out a lot of, within this program, I'm not going to be doing a lot of the compound movements such as the flat barbell bench press, such as OHP and barbell squats. So I'm going to take those out of my workout plan for the next, I would say, 8 to 12 weeks. I'm still deadlifting, however, it's not as heavy as I was before. Again, I'm trying to aim for volume to build more intensity, work my way back up. So I'm pretty much considering this program as like a rebuilding phase, pretty much help me relearn techniques, rebuild my strength slowly. Again, everything felt amazing. Making sure I'm going down nice and slow, feeling the movement and not just forcing it up. And, so really take your time, guys. So I'm doing my body a favor by doing this. So when I'm doing these dumbbell presses, one thing I'm doing now is just stabilizing it when I'm hitting parallel or a little bit lower. I'm not trying to go down too low. Otherwise, what happens is, like, I tend to notice I use more of my arms go up. So I'm really connecting my mind with my delts, making sure that the front delt, it's doing most of the work, meaning like it's feeling most of the pump and most of the contraction, because I don't want my arms to come into play too much. Here goes the next movement. We're doing side laterals. Again, these are higher reps, so I have to drop the weight. And again, I'm trying to stabilize it at the top and trying to come down as slow as possible, just to focus more on the rear delts. That's something I also want to bring up during this off season. After that, we're actually supersetting that with barbell upright rolls. Again, if you notice, when I go down, it's not like a dead stop. So pretty much I'm stabilizing at the bottom to make sure that my shoulders are still being worked. And then I'm continuing going back up to feel the nice movement and the mind muscle connection on my delts. So this is set 2. Again, by the time I got to this part, like, my body was like super pumped, especially from all the food. It feels great, honestly. Like, although I lost all my shreds, I definitely feel more of the boost. I definitely look more of a bodybuilder, even though I'm like an off-season bodybuilder. So I'm definitely much thicker than I was a week ago, a lot thicker. And it's funny because I remember telling Meggie, I would say during middle of my prep, that, one day it hit me. I'm like, you know what? This off season, I want to get thick. And she was like, really? I'm like, yeah. I want to really make improvements. Next, we're moving into dumbbell shrugs. And again, I haven't done dumbbell shrugs in a long time. I haven't really done any shrugs in a long time. So I'm actually trying to build bigger traps this off season. So what I'm going to do is, instead of doing the typical 3 to 4 sets with rest, I'm doing about 4 sets. I think 3 to 4 sets of cluster set. So it's going to be like, I do about 8 to 10 reps or 10 to 15 reps to rest about 10 seconds and then jump right straight into it again and just hit the sets. Hopefully within the time my traps get thicker, and it kind of give me a better overall look on stage when I hit my rear lat spread and my rear double bi. Again, these little details really make a difference when you're on stage, when you're like stage ready lean, and when you're shredded. But you pretty much don't see much of anything when you're bulking, when you're deep into your reverse. And the crazy thing is, like, I look like I've been reversing for a long time, but in reality, this has only been like, when this footage was shot, I think it's been a week only post show. But again, it's a trade-off. I don't look as lean, but energy and happiness and mindset is totally different. All right, and this is Maggie's set of traps. And again, if you notice, she's really squeezing hard at the top. Like she's not going fast. It's very controlled. When she's going down eccentric, she's really feeling it stretch. So again, with these movements, I've seen guys like stacking really heavy amount of weight, but they're really not squeezing anything at the top. So make sure you guys are squeezing them. All right, so pretty much after the delt work, we're moving back to our high rows. We couldn't do these before because at the gym it was really packed. So again, these are 4 sets, 10 to 15 reps, I believe. And I had to lower the weight. Usually I do about 3 plates on each side. However, I've been, since this is towards the end of the workout, I know I was going to be a little bit more taxed. So I've been just squeezing with 2 plates on each side. This is Maggie doing it. Again, any back movement, you want to drive your elbow back and just feel the connection, and you don't want to lose the tightness when you're stretching. So as you're stretching forward, you want to really stay tight, retract the scapula, and just drive your elbows back and squeeze your back. Try to get as deep of a contraction as you can. It'll definitely make a huge difference, I promise you. Otherwise you're just going to be really focusing a lot of bicep movements indirectly, and you don't want to really focus most of your pulling movements onto your biceps. Although it does work out your bicep as well, but you want to keep that as minimum as possible. So for movements like this, make sure you're really arching your back a little bit, stabilizing your body and not losing focus. So coming up next is going to be my last set, and again, I'm just really focusing on the squeezing and hitting the higher reps. So before, during the periodization block, I would try to hit the minimum, like the middle point, but within this program, I want to make sure I hit the higher reps, so then I can add like about 5 pounds to each side again. So really just focusing on hitting the reps and making sure the reps are quality reps. They're not just like, half reps. So you want to make sure you're really, really working the body really hard. And the last movement, we're going to move into deadlifts. Again, I was already taxed out, and this is, I believe, 275. And as you can see, I haven't done conventional deadlifts in a long time, and I've been feeling really bloated during this set right here. I remember after filming this set, I told Maggie that the belt was actually hitting my stomach because I've been so bloated. So this is why my second set, I really did it beltless. So again, nothing amazing here. I'm just trying to relearn the form, and the form isn't too bad, but it could be a lot better. So I'll continue to be working on this because I don't want to sit too low during a pull. So definitely keep following me for progress with my deadlift improvements. All right, so this is really the last giant set of the day. So I'm doing 2 sets of face pulls, and again, the face pull is more for like the side delts, and I'm really just trying my best to feel it on my delts and not just pull my biceps. And after the face pulls, we move into pull-ups. Again, with these, I'm trying to do about 10 to 15 reps, or at least try to go as AMRAP as much as possible, because my back is pretty much taxed at this point. So again, I'm just trying to really focus on squeezing the lats, try to work on the width of the back. That's just something I'm always going to be working on. And after the pull-ups, we're going to move into another rowing machine. And at this gym, this rowing machine is like a hidden gem because it works the back really well, and the risk of injury is like very minimum. So I really enjoy doing this because I really feel my back working hard when I use this. So I make sure I'm squeezing nice and hard. As you can see, my back is just like slowly getting thicker. I just can't wait to see what it looks like the next 4 or 5 years, or even the next 4 months, to see how fluffy I'll look. That's always the exciting part. And after that, this is Maggie's turn. She's gonna move into it. Face pull. Again, she's another genetic freak. I always tell her that she has like a very wide back and shoulders. So pretty much, she just needed to add more mass. The last time she competed, You could tell that she didn't build enough muscle mass because she never really trained hard. But ever since we joined this gym, she's been really pushing herself. Even with these weighted assisted pull-ups, it really helps her a lot. And I can actually see her working. So as you can see, her back is getting wider. She just need to put a little bit more density. As of now, Maggie does not have any time frame of when to make the return back to stage, or if she even wants to come back. The idea is always there, but again, Maggie and I were focusing on other goals. Like we're trying to start a family soon, so definitely competing is not priority right now. However, we're still gonna work out and we're still gonna eat to train. So that's the beautiful thing about bodybuilding. You don't have to always step on stage to validate yourself. Just enjoy the process of life, guys. Like really enjoy being in shape, enjoy making the progress. You don't have to be 2% body fat lean just to show your progress. You can make progress in many different aspects. So definitely take your time, guys. This is the marathon. It's not a sprint. And as you can see, her back is getting wider. And she's doing a more closer grip, which is perfectly fine because, it depends on what, this is more like extra work. We've done a lot of rowing exercise already for the day. Pretty much this is it, guys. So please let me know if you guys want to see more of these type of videos. If you do, I'll try to film more this summer. Thank you, guys. I'm just funny. It was a great workout. Super nice and warm. Definitely trying to warm up, get a tan for this dad bod. It was a crazy workout, right, baby?
Yeah.
A lot of volume. I didn't realize how much volume I had in the program. Yeah, I didn't realize how much volume I have onto this program, and I'm sorry to all my clients using this program. You guys are probably like, what the hell, Al? But we are done, and that's gonna be the footage for today. I'm probably not gonna vlog for the rest of the day because I want today to be more of a commentary footage. I'm gonna be talking a lot, so that's it. See you guys next time. Say bye, baby.
Bye. See you later.
What are we
That's what
gonna
you
eat?
always say, huh?
Yeah. See you later. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys like the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.